There are 72 million kids in America. And out of those 72 million kids, 45% of those kids live in a poor or low income area. And due to that low income area, they're susceptible to being brought into prison systems. In the prisons today, there are over 1 to 2 million people in the prison systems. And out of those 1 to 2 million people, there are about 1,000 to 2,000 juveniles. And that doesn't mention the 200,000 to 300,000 kids that are incorporated into the adult justice system each year. Now, those kids that live in the poor areas normally are of the 11 million kids that go each and every year unsupervised after school from the hours to 3 to 6 in the afternoon. And those kids that go unsupervised can go on to lead worse lives, to lead them to prison. Now, it is said that 1 out of 5 children are unsupervised after school. After school, that's an interesting word. Normally, school in America lasts from 8 to 9 in the morning to about 2 to 3 in the afternoon. And then after school, the kids are brought home. Normally, those kids that go home live in a house with their parents. But a lot of times today, the parents need to work. So those kids go unsupervised. Now, if only there was some type of program for those kids to be a part of after school. Well, there is, normally. Throughout the United States, there are programs that are hosted by either schools, organizations, churches, and other things like that that aid in teaching and furthering kids' education after school. And they're called after-school programs. An after-school program is pretty much a facility that holds different activities and educational things of that nature for kids from the ages of 3 to 17 that help the kids after school. And in those times that kids get to go after school, they are aiding themselves in bettering education and furthering themselves in providing what they need. Now, there are some building blocks for these kids when they grow up that they need and require to become a healthy and sustainable person of society. Now, one of the building blocks is creating a sense of belonging. And that's what a after-school program can give to these kids, creating a sense of belonging. When kids are in school throughout the week, they are grinding, they're doing schoolwork, they're doing tests. What's going unnoticed is the stress that some of these kids can get from all this work. And that work can become harder and harder each and every time. What the benefit of an after-school program gives you is that sense of belonging, that sense that you are doing the right thing. Kids that go to these after-school programs get an opportunity to interact with other kids. If the school is holding the after-school program, they get to further their relationship with their teachers and their schools. And it's also beneficial if this after-school program is away from their normal, society with the school. They get to learn and meet new people. They get to socialize. And that's the second part of a benefit of the after-school program. They get to improve on their social skills. Normally, kids between the ages of 3, maybe even 5 to 16 and 17 are constantly learning and improving on their social abilities. A great thing about after-school programs is they're not going home to be by themselves, to sit on their couch, to engage in whatever they like to. They are brought into another fun situation that provides them social environments where other kids also go. And while at that program, they get to continue their socializing skills. And that's another great thing that social environments can give you, that the after-school program can give you. Now, after all this working and being at school and learning and taking tests, kids also need to continue their education and their academic skills. That is another part that an after-school program can give. Okay, they can provide that academic support that kids need. That doesn't just cut off right when the kid goes home. From that crucial time when kids get out of school and go to the academic area of their after-school program, they are continuing their education. They are bettering themselves. They are building up who they can be. They are given possibilities. Not only that, but they are also taught about work, and they're taught about how fun work and schoolwork can be. A lot of times kids suffer from anxiety and stress during the day, during the week, during the month, and the year. They stress about school, and they stress about how they can do all this work. What a great thing that the after-school program can provide is making sure the kids realize that after-school programs can make the kids really understand that school is fun and doing your work can be fun. During school, they are given so many different classes, they're given so many different tasks to be a part of, but really they aren't focused too much on how they get done. When a kid goes to an after-school program, they are shown that those things can get done in a more positive way. Especially the kids that suffer from a lot of awkwardness. Social environmental awkwardness is a real thing in kids in our society and in our community. And they are given that attention when they get to go to the after-school programs. And when those kids get a chance to go to the after-school programs and are given that sense of confidence and comfort from the extra care and support that the after-school programs provides, those kids get to build up that confidence. They get to raise and rise above society. Wouldn't you want your kids to be a part of that? Wouldn't you want your kids to be a part of rising above the societal statistics that are being built in front of them? If you or a loved one or someone in your community aren't able to bring their kids to a after-school program, please reach out and help them. If you feel like your kids couldn't provide anything or could gain anything from an after-school program, think twice. There is an opportunity to help these kids because they are the future. And without the future, there is nothing that we cannot do. So please take the time to engage in those after-school activities and continue the education and learning and love for our own community. Thank you so much.